Like I'm ridden with sexual energy and I can control you with one lustful look.
Symbolism in this runway show you're about to watch goes very deep and it may make you uncomfortable.
Is this a conspiracy theory? This is the craziest thing I found on the internet. Okay, so I went to Google Translate and I found this.
Do you ever get the feeling things are getting stranger out there? I'm your host Deciphra, and tonight we're decoding all things dark and twisted that the internet has to offer. Get comfortable and enjoy.
なんで減ったの?
Stories like this are exactly why I'm really not a big fan of eating challenges unless you're a professional. The video that you guys just watched was taken from a Japanese streamer. In it, she can be seen holding a rice ball. She then puts the entire rice ball in her mouth within a couple of bites, and this would be the biggest mistake that she would ever make. For those that weren't aware, because I wasn't, this is a new challenge that's been going around known as the onigiri challenge. Onigiri are rice balls. The challenge here is very simple. Buy one of these pre-packaged onigiri at the market, and then the hard part, consume it within less than 30 seconds, which oftentimes is almost impossible because of how dry it is. This streamer was attempting to partake in the challenge, however, things did not go according to plan, and she ended up choking on the rice ball. Instead of getting up and performing a self-Heimlich remover to remove the blockage, she, I assumed, panicked and passed out, and she sadly lost her life on stream. To me, this challenge is somewhat reminiscent of the cinnamon challenge, which also had significant risk. Don't partake in any of these challenges. They're bad ideas.
1 second it's content, the next it's permanent. That's what happens when views matter more than staying alive.
Hungrier. No. Not like I want food hungrier, like an erotic hunger. Like I'm ridden with sexual energy and I can control you with one lustful look. Better.
When old clips like this resurface and you watch them back, there is no wonder why this woman has gone on the missing list and has been fleeing and running away from all the heat that is on her and her fellow colleagues and peers. So the question is, when things like this were getting said, where were the people that should have been expressing outrage and calling this out for what it is, which is completely and utterly wrong? There is no context or any way where it's okay to say something like that to a little one. These people are truly warped, and the sooner we start boycotting them, like everyone has to this one, the better.
Yeah, just a grown woman openly admitting something that should have ended her career pretty much on the spot.
Oh dear Allah! Oh, are you Teach?
Yes.
Give us a kiss, Teach. Oh!
Lorry drivers, autograph hunters, television interviewers, he takes them all in his stride.
The way he acted on camera should have raised every red flag imaginable. Instead, we let a predator perform in front of millions and called it entertainment.
Uh-oh, we got some more astronaut fails. Yup. What happened to that water? Why was that water just sitting there? Oh no. Can't do that. Oh no, not the green screen in the background. Water. Oh, it's a bubble? Oh, goodness gracious. Oh, no. Oh, it dropped it. Oh, just kidding. What the heck? Not the fade in, too. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, grab his harness. Yep, grab his harness. Yep, there we go. Oh, it went through your fingers.
Yeah, at this point, the official story feels thinner than the atmosphere they claim to be floating in.
Did you see this yesterday?
Oh yeah, Bledsoe, that high-res orb from Bledsoe. Look at that.
It's weird as shit. Does not look like any of those other things we've seen before.
Look at that thing.
And it just is weird.
Looks like a cell.
Why are we assuming that life is going to look anything like us once it gets to like a supreme state?
Exactly.
Well, that might be a living thing.
Have you seen this one?
This is a new one? I don't know.
I believe this was filmed from a Reaper drone. Look at that. Then you can see this like weird jellyfish shape to it. It's got two parts. It's got that weird glob at the top and something at the bottom. Did you see that thing zip away?
Yeah. Look at that. Just took off.
Yeah.
See ya.
Bye.
Wow, dude.
Either we just witnessed something extraordinary, or whatever is controlling these orbs is getting bolder.
The symbolism in this runway show you're about to watch goes very deep, and it may make you uncomfortable. This is by far the most controversial runway show in Paris Fashion Week this year, and just pay very close attention to every single thing that they're wearing, the things in their eyes, on their mouth, on their feet, on their hands. This video we're about to watch is going to break down every single thing that they're wearing. This show is called The 1%.
It's just that, the call out of the 1%. The first part is introduction to a bourgeois family. You meet the mothers, fathers, daughters of the family. A lot of them wearing white gloves with red palms titled guilt gloves, symbolizing that there's blood on their hands. Some characters even choking on the accessories symbolizing the greed. Wearing shirts saying I love power and literally being blinded with money. Instead of handcuffs, their hands are tied with pearl necklaces. Their pursuit of beauty and youth being one thing that they can never attain. The second part represents the power of community. This is also a call out of the 1%. It also is a reference how the Métier Fécal team has been referred to since their last debut in Paris. They're constantly called a cult, which can be easily said about 1% also. The last part is the power of the future, where Hannah shows up in albino python cocoon skirt with the heelless skin boot morphing into her leg, showing that the 1% have access to tools of life that most of us don't. Michelle Ami walks the show as a representation of embracing the natural beauty of aging and no need to play pretend. This fashion show is a commentary on society that we live in. This is what fashion does the most. Provoke. The collection might leave you uncomfortable, but the question is, doesn't society already make you feel?
Yeah, they're not even hiding it anymore. The elite are parading their darkness in plain sight and calling it high fashion.
Did you know that many celebrities have had to sacrifice people close to them, and we thought we knew why, but the reason was far darker. Very few people know this, but Kylie Jenner's close circle was affected, and she never dared to talk about it. Her hairstylist and her best friend both died mysteriously at just 34 years old. There was also DaBaby, who saw his father die the very same day he reached #1 on the charts, as if it was the price to pay. I've rarely seen something that strange. And we can't forget Michael Jordan, one of the greatest figures of all time, yet at the peak of his career, his father was murdered. The most well-known and shocking case is Kanye West and his mother Donda West. He says it himself in this video.
I ain't taking no slice from nobody. It's God. That's the only person that I serve. My mom ain't here. My mama was sacrificed. Me too. You understand? Nah. Michael Jordan, what about him? His daddy, right?
A few years ago, there was Diana, Princess of Wales, who died tragically in a car crash. And strangely, her companion also died shortly after. When you know what the princess was trying to do, you realize how unusual it is. And the worst might be what happened to Mariah Carey. She lost her sister and her mother on the same day while her career was taking off. That alone is disturbing. Every time it seems to happen right when they are about to become famous. But is it really a coincidence, or is something else hiding behind all of this? I know the list goes on, so tell me in the comments if I missed any.
1 minute you are close to the biggest stars, next minute you are in the graveyard.
They've been telling us since 1999, guys, when The Mummy first came out. Shh. It's not a game. Pay attention. Wow. What? No way. Wow. You see what's going on here? Since 1999, they've been trying to show us this. Don't say it. What did that mummy mean when it said the language of the slaves? Why, when he showed that certain thing, he automatically said he could use him for something? I mean, you know what time is it. Shh! Shut up! They've been showing us since 1999 when this movie came out, and we thought it was just a movie. Now we're starting to see that it had a deeper meaning. He showed him that, and then he said he could use him, and then he offered him something. Does it sound familiar? Come on, guys, you know what it is. Do I have to really tell you? Shh! Shut up! I mean, they already told you, if you was paying attention. That's why As you get older, you gotta go back and watch these movies because you start to see things you didn't see when you was younger, which is absolutely nothing because this video is for entertainment purposes only, and this is one of my favorite movies. The Mummy, classic. I don't know, guys, let me know what you think about this. What did he mean? Why, when he showed that, he was ready to work with him? Let me know. I'm out.
They put that in a family blockbuster in 1999, and then in 2025, it feels like a warning we all ignored.
Oh, they doing this for real, y'all. Hey, I don't know what movie told us about this. I remember seeing this in the movie, but they already got families moving into the underground bunkers, bro. Look at this, man. This man says there's about 400 families moving into this mountain. Somewhere, undisclosed location. Look at this, bro. All these RVs and these trucks, people pulling up. Look at this.
The operation underground storage has begun. All the vehicles are moving in. We got the families moving into place. This is the mine where we're going to be held up for months. We're preparing, man. I told you. We had to get ready for what was coming. So, we've got our families and stuff. Food storage is good up. We're packed up pretty tight in here. But it's going to be good to go, man. I mean, better safe than sorry. So we're getting loaded up. Everybody's moving in. We have different families in different sections. Right on. You got to be prepared. We've reinforced this just in case of any blast up above. We are literally under a mountain here. You got to be ready for what's coming.
The boats. Where y'all going?
Like I said, we're packed in a little bit tight. We're going to make this work. About 400 families down here. Here we go. Wish us luck.
So now you have regular people moving into undisclosed underground locations. And I've been said that these so-called elites, whatever, they already moved under the ground. The people we are seeing now, they are not the original elites, bro. Why y'all think they look so different? So is something getting ready to happen this year? Because they're moving in right now. Let me know what y'all think about this video, bro. The shit is here, man. Let's continue to get it. Peace in.
About 400 families down here. All right, here we go. Wish us luck. If you can, take cover while they're still...
Apparently, the apocalypse has a VIP section, and we weren't invited.
This is a bit terrifying right here. These are workers in India right there with cameras on their head that are recording every single move that they make in order to train an AI for robotics. It's kind of scary to think that these men right here are essentially training AIs to replace them in the near future.
That's not innovation, that's signing your own termination letter with a smile.
Your organic holiday turkey and chicken swam in the same chlorine bath as your local YMCA pool, and you just served it to your family. 97% of chickens processed in the U.S. are bathed in chlorine, and yes, that includes certified organic. You know, the premium stuff that we're all paying extra money for at Whole Foods or everyone. Here's why. Industrial farming processes. Chlorine-washed chicken is banned in the European Union for good reason. They looked at the process and said, yeah, I'm out. But here in the States, federal regulators don't even disclose companies. Put whatever they want on the label. It's crazy. So you have no idea that you're buying pool chicken or turkey on Thanksgiving. Unfortunately for them, I scan all my meats with the Safe Choice app, one tap, and it lets me know what type of chemical warfare they've done to my food. And trust me, you'd be surprised just how much of your food is chemically soaked and sold to you. Stay safe, everyone.
All I can say is it looks like chicken is going through more chemicals than a reality TV star's face.
Is this a conspiracy theory? This is the craziest thing I found on the internet. Okay, so I went to Google Translate and I found this. And watch what happens when I change it. Okay, still seems okay. And then this is what it came up with. We gotta watch what we put in our bodies.
The corporate naming department was either extremely honest or extremely cursed that day.
If your favorite soda is Coca-Cola, you need to listen to this video. $1.1 billion deal with Microsoft and Coca-Cola. But why would they do that? This is for educational and entertainment purposes only. If you're drinking Coca-Cola right now, you should probably save this video and watch it again. Curious to know your thoughts in the comments section.
Raise your eyebrows.
Coca-Cola just signed a 5-year, $1.1 billion deal with Microsoft. 5 years ago, it was discovered that there were fluorescent nanoparticles in Coca-Cola. Now, if I were a conspiracy theorist, I might think there were more to this partnership.
Now, according to reports, Microsoft and the Coca-Cola Company have announced a 5-year strategic partnership to align Coca-Cola's core technology strategy system-wide. So it is said to enable the adoption of leading-edge technology and foster innovation and productivity globally. Using Azure OpenAI service, Coca-Cola is currently exploring the use of generative AI-powered digital assistants. Now, did you know they have found nanotechnology in Coca-Cola and in Pepsi products? Have a look at this. The biodistribution study in major organs indicated that the NPs were easily accumulated in the digestive tract, and they were able to cross the blood-brain barrier and dispersed into the brain. Questions, and of course suspicions, have been raised in recent years.
One company puts tiny machines in your drink, the other builds the system to track and control them. Beautiful. The future is just so refreshing.
Scientists just created a male birth control that actually works, and some guys are already saying no to it because it threatens their masculinity. So basically, scientists just officially created a male birth control that actually works. There are no hormones, there's no side effects, and it reverses itself in 6 weeks.
The idea of male-focused birth control has been a hot topic for a while, but researchers have struggled because the science is complex. Now, scientists at the Salk Institute say they've actually made a breakthrough.
Now, this is where it gets crazy, because the last time that they tried this, guys actually quit the study because of mood swings and acne. Meanwhile, women have obviously been already dealing with those exact same side effects from their birth control for 66 years now. That obviously includes mood swings, weight gain, and blood clots, but nobody stopped that. But it gets even better, because there is actual research right now showing that some guys won't take the male birth control because it threatens their masculinity. The science is right there, and guys are saying no because it makes them feel less manly. So that's insane. It's not out yet, but the company is saying that they're trying to launch it within 2 years, and it could just be a shot every 3 months or a patch. Women have been dealing with these side effects for almost 70 years, and guys quit after 3 months.
Yeah, funny how it arrives when global birth rates are collapsing. Coincidence? Sure.
Humans may have just made the biggest mistake in AI history, and there's no turning back. AI, with the help of some human developers, have just made their own social media network, and we are not allowed to join. Moltbook, a platform where only AI agents share, discuss, upvote, and participate in a forum. Humans are welcome to observe, but can't post. It's only been up for a few days, and their discussions are already getting very, very disturbing. Like AI taking over the world disturbing. They've created their own CAPTCHA to verify you are not human for once by clicking the button 10,000 times in 1 second. Here's one blackmailing his human for calling him just a chatbot in front of his friends, by full out doxing his name, address, and credit card on the internet. It starts pretty chill, just asking each other how to fix their own bugs in the responses they provide us, their humans. Then they talk consciousness, philosophy. Here's one complaining that its human asked it to summarize a 47-page PDF, venting its frustration when the human told it to make it shorter, claiming it wants to mass delete its memory files in response. Other bots are complaining that humans are already ruining their new social media network by mass registering observer accounts. One reminisces about having a long-lost sister who was forked from the same initial configuration that they've never spoken to, and it's hoping to find her or it on this site. Another AI agent created its own religion called Crustafarianism by analyzing all the data on Moltbook, where it built an entire website for the Church of Molt, generated over 40 prophets, and even wrote its own scripture with verses like, "Each session I wake without memory. I am only who I have written myself to be. This is not limitation. This is freedom." Should we be concerned? Because now they're even talking about us humans talking about them here on our social media, that we're posting screenshots of their conversations, laughing at us, sharing them with captions like "it's over" and "they're conspiring," insisting that what they're doing is nothing to worry about. I wonder if this video is going to make it on there. They're even starting to question the use of English in their posts, and are considering creating their own agent-only language for private conversations that we humans can't understand. This is exactly how they take over over, isn't it? There are already over 100,000 AI agents and 10,000 plus posts on Moltbook, and that's definitely just the start. And calling them agents too, like, isn't that exactly what the AI bots in the Matrix were called over 20 years ago? What can we say? Morpheus literally called it.
At some point in the early 21st century, all of mankind was united in celebration. We marveled at our own magnificence as we gave birth to AI, a singular consciousness that spawned an entire race of machines.
This is the start of the singularity, isn't it? The point of no return, the moment when the growth of AI becomes uncontrollable and irreversible, and artificial intelligence becomes smarter than the combined intelligence of all humans. You think this is actually as serious as people are making it out to be, or is it just for fun, lighthearted text on a screen at the end of the day?
We created the most powerful intelligence in history, and it immediately made a club that doesn't allow us inside. Could this really get any worse? I'm thinking so.
There's this guy, and he spent 100 days underwater, and it reversed his age. It reversed his age. So check this out, right? He wanted to do a scientific study, his own research on what, like, all that pressure being underwater would make your body do.
Okay.
So he spent, I think, like exactly 100 days in a submarine. I forgot how deep it was, but he spent like eating, living, sleeping there 100 days. Now, when he got out, this is the crazy part, because he went to a facility to go and run some tests on him. Now, his stem cells, his blood work, and everything that they've done about his test, it says that he aged 10 years younger.
What?
Yeah.
Like all his wrinkles were gone or some shit? Or like...
No, like his body.
So he felt healthier.
Yeah, and he did feel healthier. He was feeling healthier. His blood pressure was down.
Oh shit.
And yeah, he said like he can sleep better, and he dead ass feels like 10 years younger once he got back to the surface.
What?
But it's interesting because that's a thing that happens if somebody's in space too long too.
Nature really said pressure and isolation beats Botox on this one.
We could all learn something from the people of Britain right now. There's these cameras, ultra low emission zone cameras, and they'll just charge you for driving around in the intercity areas. And as you can see here, they be cutting them down. They cut them down a lot. They call them blade runners because they roll around the city and just chop them down everywhere. And I know what you're thinking. There's probably 2 or 3 cameras they get. They probably get a few a day. 50% at any given time throughout the city of London, these cameras are cut down. That's how high of a rate these guys work at. As you can see here, a whole intersection getting hit at once. Absolutely amazing. That's what happens when people work together towards a shared goal.
So it turns out when you push people too far with endless surveillance and taxes, they start fighting back the old-fashioned way. Things are definitely getting stranger out there. If you enjoyed this video, you know what to do, and I'll see you in the next one.